Hey guys, it's Datamancer here. It is a new week, so I thought it would be fun to do some iRacing at a new track. We are now at the Phoenix International Raceway in the Mazda MX-5 Miata. ND Miata, as far as I understand, in the Global MX-5 Cup. I have never run this track before. I literally just sat down, saw it was a new track, and fired up the stream. We are going to be in full practice mode, so single driver practice mode, and we're just going to go ahead and have a go at it, see if I can figure out how to do this properly. Alright, let's have a go. Okay, 30 mile an hour pit, so I can't ride right off the limiter in first. That's kind of lame. Okay. Just following the course here. What? Okay. That's a cut track. Really loving the course markings so far, or lack thereof. It's sort of like driving around in an empty parking lot, but with fewer lines. Okay, well, you know, that sucked. But, let's pretend that didn't happen, because, whatever. There's a bit of a chicane there, okay. And, another big, broad corner with a, looks like a double apex, probably. Lining that might be a good strategy, I'm really not certain yet. And then it looks like we take another hairpin out to the speedway. Oh god. Okay. Okay. I think that was the better part of a lap. What's going to be interesting now is figuring out where we turn in. Well, for one, where the pit entrance is always an interesting thing to figure out. And the other is where we turn into the road course. There's the pit entrance, obviously. And the road course... Oh, there, look at the cones. There they are. So here we go. Just going to take it nice and slow for a few laps. We're just going to feel out the course, what the limits might be, what gears might be appropriate for different corners. I thought I was drifting there. I wasn't. So oh, and then that just tightens violently. Holy cow, that's actually really cool. I think that'll be a really fun corner to figure out, I hope. I already like this more than Charlotte because the camber on these corners is non-existent, basically, which takes a lot of the mystery out of how to approach a corner. There you go, there's your double apex. I think if we can get nice and inside here, being able to line this corner is presumably a good strategy. I'm, again, not certain yet. I think this is a 2. Come down to 2. We'll try to... That wasn't a late apex, but it was a pretty standard one, and that kind of worked. Okay. We are driving, boys. Hugging the inside line seems to work, although I did get some tire scrub, which makes me wonder if I'm overdoing the tires there. That could be maybe in 4th, and then down to 3rd. Okay, it's gonna tighten on me. Okay. Oh, and we want to try to line that as much as we can too, I think. That wasn't necessary. That can be done in 3rd easily. 3rd here. Early into the first apex. Out to the outside. We need to be engine braking hard coming into there. Okay. And then we're going to want to pop out kind of like that, I think. And come right down the side here. Maybe even tap that curve a little bit. We got to find out what the track limits are here too. Okay, down to 2. As late an apex as I can manage. Not really even necessary, as my relative time will show. I honestly don't think that really conferred any advantage. Maybe a neutral apex there is ideal. As I said, never done this track before, although having just come off of Charlotte, I'm become accustomed to what infield tracks, at least one infield track, this is very similar, I think, what infield tracks tend to entail. Alright, we were going to try that in 4th. Next time in 4th for sure. 3rd, I think. Okay, that is not the line. They're just going to black flag me now, so it kind of screws up my lap. I mean, I deserve the black flag, but it's just practice. I kind of wish they wouldn't. Kind of wish they'd just say, hey, if you had done this in a race or in qualifying or whatever, you would have gotten a cut track penalty. Oh, and then they gave me, well, it doesn't matter, a fastest first sector by almost a second. Okay, yeah, and definitely second here. I think second's going to work nicely. I think that line I just took, aside from being slow on the first part of the corner, is basically what I'm going to shoot for, at least experimentally, until I'm in a place to try other stuff. That was a neutral apex, and we can go right out to the wall. And there on the relative, the writing is on the wall right there. That is faster. Doing about, looks like it's going to be a 1.5 tenths. I hate saying 15 hundredths, I think it sounds wrong. But that's just me. Right out to the wall again, yeah, okay. Okay, fourth gear this time. We're going to do a nice late break into fourth. Holy cow, I maybe coast it. Down to third. Down to second. Yeah, oh, second hooks it around real nice. Into third, I'm pushing now. Oh, now the car was not happy with that, admittedly. That's too bad. Third gear here. The car is sliding everywhere. This track has very little grip, it seems like. Oh boy, okay. That was a total, I wasn't happy with my line, and then it was like, it's kind of too late. Once you're offline, it gets really hard to even pretend that you're going fast, honestly. Now I've got a theoretical that might not even be realistic, at least all things considered, because the exit to my first sector was like demon line that is like kind of impossible. I just want to come dip in here and just touch the apex, like hello apex, and then just sort of let the car glide back out. Oh dude, that's so nice. Okay, I'm going to try something very different here. It's probably going to result in a crash. Oh, it didn't. And I carried speed like a motherfucker. Oh, and cone. Oh, and track cut. Yep. Okay. If you cook it through that, you can cook it, but man, you got to get slowed down for the actual corner. And I did it again. Okay, I got to figure that corner out. That's going to take some doing. I don't know if this ghost car represents my fastest lap or some stitched together bastardized version of my quickest sectors. Let me know in the comments, guys. Hey, let me know in the comments. I'm sure I've got lots of people watching me drive around a track alone. Who knows, maybe I do. Which is to say, if you are watching, hello gentlemen, ladies, do not look at YouTube chat. Because A, technology, and because B, this is iRacing and I don't have time for that shit, so I'm sorry I'm not going to be very conversational, though you're welcome to leave comments on my videos. I will be more than happy to get back with you. I'd like to think that I would reply to just about any comment on my videos that isn't a sex bot or an advertiser. There, oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, that's going to take some real massaging to get that right. That corner is very interesting. Okay, this is the corner I got to try to get a little bit better. I got to slow down a little bit more. Not into second, because that was just ridiculous, but I got to get into low second, or into low third for that corner, so I can get a good line into that. And God, is this a freaking Formula D configuration? Because I swear I am just in full drift mode the whole way through. Late on the accelerator, which worked? Well, almost. Very late on the accelerator on that one. Not happy with that corner, and yet somehow it's really not significantly worse than when I was all over the gas. My hunch, maybe it was a wheel spin thing. Oh, it's going to be faster still. Wow. I like this fifth, like coming in fifth. Like, open up the gas and just, God, that makes me nervous. You come right past that wall. But just like Charlotte, you know, no guts, no glory, it looks like. Oh, that was lovely. I'm just so happy with how that just went. My times are reflecting it. Okay, I can do that almost flat, I bet, if not dead flat. Oh, I forgot to slow down. What am I doing? I gotta be down at least into third. And there that goes. That's toast. Still gonna be my fastest overall lap, but it wasn't... Well, my damn relative time is telling me that that was somehow not horrifying, and... honestly, I'm not happy with it, but okay, relative time. You do you. Nice and early on the gas, all the way out to the wall, and yet again, as comfort improves, the speeds go up. I'm going to chop this lap down another few seconds. Okay, few seconds is a bit of an exaggeration, but about another second off. Bam, there's a 1:10.4. I can't go full hammer on that, there's no way. I'm not even going to try because I think it would be a waste of my time. Holy cow, getting the rhythm right on that is going to be, I think, a huge part of getting this lap right. Okay, I think this is the full steam one. Yeah, you can totally... Well, I was going a little slow, honestly. Nice and patient. Man, somehow, even though I felt like last time it was not fast... Obviously, it wasn't slow either because, well, slow for me, I guess, you know. It's all relative, guys. But obviously it wasn't too bad because there's my ghost just running away. And look how much time he got. He got a second on me because of that first corner. A second and a half, almost. And that, I think, is pretty telling. So, okay. Let's see if I can sort this out. Hope you guys are in it for the long haul. I'm planning on racing in half an hour. If you guys stick with me for a half an hour, you will get to see that very race. Oh, and it might go just like this. Considering how most of my races seem to go, I try not to be a rank amateur, but we were all noobs at one point, right? Come on, baby. Jeez. This car just sometimes gets a little uncooperative. Okay, that gravel is death. Okay, so initial impressions. I have to say, first, and to juxtapose properly, my initial and, in the end, final impressions of Charlotte were largely negative. I don't like Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't work for me. I don't work for Charlotte. That track largely was an exercise in frustration for me. I learned stuff, I'm sure. Surely I learned something. But not very much fun. I immediately am enjoying this track more. Oh, why am I on the brake? Because I'm a chicken. Big chicken. Okay, here we go. Big chicken. Cheap, 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 cheap. You guys have seen The Room, right? Best, worst movie ever. Oh, dude, I'm so much happier with that. And I can't replicate my earlier success on that corner, which must have been pretty good. Not to toot my own horn, but that must have been pretty good because, frankly, I carried a ton of speed through there and it just felt good. So look at that. There is a beautiful textbook example of fast and slow out. And yet I think overall we're going to get a net gain. So maybe I do need to carry some speed into that corner. Just fade to the outside. Nice and easy. No wall, please. Oh, rev limiter. Lovely. Okay, here we go. Lift. Turn. Don't die. Downshift. Downshift. Oh my god. I think I should downshift into fourth earlier to let the engine brake start doing its thing. Now we're driving. Now we're dead. I kept it out of the wall. cut shit. If that was a course cut, how the heck is that even considered a course cut? Is that what extended the limits or something? That corner is interesting. So here's the other thing I hated about Charlotte, and that was that the lap times I thought were too long. Now, this is even 10 seconds shorter, but even that little 10 seconds, I think, it means the world as far as... I don't know, I like short laps. Except for Lime Rock. Lime Rock is, well, even Lime Rock's pretty interesting, but also kind of terrible. I think my favorite short lap track is probably Spielberg in Austria, which as far as I know does not exist in iRacing. I need to find the brake zone for that. I can't just try to feel it. It's like, it's too... Yeah, okay. I'm going to focus up a little bit and try to find a brake zone for that, because I'm obviously not getting that. You know, I'm not really banging on the drum on that one. It's going to be very interesting to race against other people and find out what kind of lines they're running, and perhaps even more to the point, what kind of times they're running. Look at that. If I come that early in, I can't get a good line. It's impossible. That was not horrifyingly slow, but it also didn't feel very fast. Which means I'm losing time there overall, I think. There we go. I'm trying to use the whole track that time. It did help me ever so slightly, I think. Well, the relative is being a bit of a bitch. But it is what it is. Okay, brake zone for T1. First we need the first brake zone, and then we need the second brake zone, because it's kind of a dual brake zone type thing. We're going to go and we're going to lift. There's a line across the track there, which is too late. If I wait for that line, I'm dead. So... well, we'll come around again, and we'll try it again. But if I don't find a brake zone for that, if I have to feel it every time, I'm going to not get very consistent results, I think. Got to floor it through that one. Got to come down to third for this one. And they will let me curb it a little bit. And down into second for the engine brake. All the way out to the outside. Get it back in, get it back in. Need to be more patient. Got to, like, let it turn back in, because the attitude of the car isn't really super duper right there. It kind of wants to keep the nose pointed outward. Late on the gas, and that was not good. Very late on the gas there. And yet, may have just pulled off a, yep, fastest sector. So, being patient in that corner does... oh, I faded out too fast. I'm going to hit the wall. Car feels okay. Oh, we're Formula Drift now. Okay, yep. Okay. I don't know if the car was damaged or not, but the rear end came around on me pretty violently, which makes me think maybe sliding around the wall hurt my either tire temps or my front wheel somehow. Seems like right when I pass that wall, if I come into second, then it might work. But no, this is already, I think, significantly more interesting than North Carolina was, Charlotte. The earlier I get turned in, the earlier I can apex that corner, and it doesn't give me a great line opportunity, but look at my relative. That was 3/10 faster than what I've been doing. And all in an out lap where I was kind of like futzing around a little bit. It's a really interesting... there's a lot of time hung up in that corner. I guarantee you that the fastest lap time around here is probably pretty close to a minute. I think I'm leaving a lot of meat on the bone. And I think it's mostly in this corner and then that U-turn, that hairpin. Could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on. Too early on the second gear, but I'll make it work. And you notice I just leave the revs kind of... start talking, I start crashing. You notice I just kind of let the revs hang there. Just let the engine brake. I mean, that's probably over... they're going to give me a speeding in the pits penalty, aren't they? Nope. Okay, cool. That might be a legitimate problem. Well, damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I let the revs hang. I might have over-revved the engine. Ugh, I forgot to go into third. Start talking, I get distracted. I might have damaged the engine by hanging the revs that hard. But... And it's not like... Okay, they're really tight about that. It's not like Assetto Corsa where it tells you, oh, you're blowing up your engine, dude. Stop what you're doing. Learn your lesson. Don't do that anymore. This is sort of more secretive, which is realistic. If you take damage on the outside of the car that they can see, or if there are an external factor to the damage to your car, the pit boss will tell you. He'll say, hey, you've got wheel damage, or hey, you're blowing smoke out the back of the car, something like that. 2 tenths faster. Keep getting a little quicker there. I'm lifting too soon there. That was too early into second. How much will they let me take? Oh, they will let me clip it, which I don't know if that's a good idea because the car just kind of feels a little unstable doing that, but there we go. That's full bore with a shift in the middle of the corner, and that works. That corner can be taken dead flat. There we go. There we go. Dude, alright. Trying to break my arm, pat myself on the back, but that felt pretty good. Way late on the gas, but that does seem to work. How does that work? I mean, I get slow in, fast out. I do. And I've seen it happen 100 times. It still confounds me sometimes. I mean, how can that be quicker just because I'm not spinning the tires? I mean, now I'm like, oh my god. Okay, well, the rears are going to be on fire now, so that's going to make this scary. I'm going to try to lift later. Yeah. And I'm going to wait until about, yeah, there. There we go. That's where I want to be in second. They will let me hit that orange cone. That is insane. iRacing. The game where you can't drive on the green strips in fucking Spa will let me run over an orange cone and not give me any penalty whatsoever, let alone a track cut or anything like the clearly defined limits of the track being completely ignored. But I can see why people... Because it's a complaint that people have. Ah, he didn't get that corner right that time. That's frustrating. It's a legit complaint people have that, like, iRacing's a little bit inconsistent with their track limits. And in my very limited experience, I neither agree nor disagree. I've not found it to be incredibly inconsistent, though I have certainly seen some weird things. AKA being allowed to run over that cone. Which just seems... First off, it seems like the right thing to do. Run over the cone. But... on the other hand, it's like, how is that realistic, you know? God, I think I hit the cone with my inside tire. That curb, okay, that curb upsets the car badly. I want to show you that. In case any of you guys are watching this thinking, man, we better get ready for MX-5 days. That's the orange cone I get to run over. But when you do that, you get spit out over here, and this curb comes out of nowhere. And if you hit this curb, the car gets upset. It'll bounce, and if you hit the next curb that I just passed, you're in, like, hydraulic bouncing mode, like Vice City or San Andreas bounce the car mode, or Need for Speed Underground 2 bounce the car. That thing will hop. And I'm guessing it's just putting too much pressure on the outsides, and that's no good. So, oh, I'm getting texts. Try to take the second part of turn 1 a little bit wider, turn in just a little later. Yeah, okay, I can see that, Jay. I like that idea, carrying as much speed into T1 as I can, and then trying to scrub it off in a straight line. But man, you gotta be on the brakes in a big hurry in T1, kind of. Well, kinda. It's a bit weird, but all right. I'll try to take it a little later. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna lift. Now that wasn't much later, but it kind of worked. Okay. Well, hard to argue with that result. That was faster. Because you come tearing out of that corner if you come that wide. I wasn't thinking that was going to be faster, man. As soon as I was halfway through that corner, and I'm going, that's going to be slow. That's going to be slower than hell. And, I mean, for almost half a second faster. So you carry just an insane amount of speed out of that corner, which I also thought would be bad. And I didn't think carrying speed out of that corner was good, because you've got that little chicane right there, right afterwards, waiting to collect you and all of your earthly possessions and send them straight to hell. But no, that worked really, really well. I don't know how well I can reproduce that line, which is, compared to what I was doing, just silly wide. In fact, I still don't think I got it right, but I think that there's something to it. So let's go a little later on the turn in if we can. No, I really can't. I don't trust going much later than that. Oh, and see, now I'm trying to turn the wheel and brake at the same time, and the car just terminal understeer. So it's a little bit of a give and take, for sure. There is a better line than I was taking originally. I'm cutting the apex too much. Yeah, I probably am. I'm probably taking too much of an inside line. But if I go too far to the outside, I get washed out. And maybe for hot lap qual pace, try to do some outside line shenanigans. But for race pace, I don't know if I trust taking that outside line so far. I think it hurts the tires more, and I think it's just a little riskier, honestly. Sorry, texting and driving. Yeah, Jay, I agree. The initiation of the corner is fine. It's what happens when you're in it that seems to be a little bit wonky. So we're just gonna narrowly miss the wall. We're gonna come in. See, that's a backwards corner. I hit the apex and then well, and yet here we are. I mean, I was pretty close to the way I did it a minute ago, and didn't feel too slow. Come on, come around. There we go. On the gas. Then patience, get the apex. Oh, and then run into the rev limiter, and now we never get to find out if that was quick. Maybe need to be up into third, somewhere in that corner, just for stability's sake. I think it'd be slower, but it would be more stable. Alrighty. Alright guys, just for a time update, it is 5:48 here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And I will be racing in about 15 minutes then. Which means I should get into an active practice session and start driving around with other people and see what kind of shenanigans they're getting into. So bear with me momentarily. Ignore the stream starting soon message because we are obviously already streaming. But I'm going to jump out of this really quick and get into an actual session. Yeah, Jay, I agree. I think the cornering strategy you were kind of doing there made more sense. I think that corner has a lot left to be had. I totally agree with that sort of general concept, that there's stuff I'm missing, basically, right there. Okay, joining up. We got 52 people registered for this session, so this ought to be pretty fun. We ought to get split into nice divisions. Usually they put me in a division where I'm one of the weakest iRacers, and I actually kind of appreciate that, believe it or not. Alright. Game's loading up. Here we go. So we'll see how many people are in practice. I suspect it'll be pretty packed in here, and I'm kind of hoping I can find a guy and sort of follow him and see what sort of things he does. That doesn't necessarily mean they're any smarter, especially if the people in practice are like me and they haven't really done this track much. Then again, this track's probably been out for about 12 hours now, so it's possible that there are guys out here that have already done, 12 races. Seems unlikely, but it's possible. Easy in the pits. Yeah, I rode the inside line for that because it's just coming out of the pits. Trying to make it kind of a... Coming out of the pits is stressful enough as it is. I don't think trying to do wild driving lines is wise for my mental health. Alright, that guy's living my life. That gravel pit life. I love this lining. I love lining a corner. Lining a corner just... It makes me want to giggle. It's my favorite freaking thing. It feels like cheating almost, right? Like, one fewer corner this race. Then again, of course, everybody does it, and that's cool too, but it's always fun to feel like you've gained some sort of secret advantage. Tracks that have lined corners are some of my favorites. You can thank my rally love for that, which I don't think I've streamed a rally race in about 6 months. Should probably do that sometime. Alright, let's get a lap in. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that... just staring at that beautiful green MX-5 did not make... Oh, it's yellow. But whatever color it is. I was going by it so fast it was a blur. Did they give me an off-track for that? They did. Okay, I can't be driving around like that, like an asshat like that, but... They seem to be a little forgiving with those curbs, but what I was doing there, it was right out, apparently. He took a tight line there. And I've got to say, it kind of worked for him, except look how far he had to cut back for the chicane. And I can't tell if I'm gaining on him quite, but... He took a moderate line there. Instead of that deep double apex I was doing, he was going to do his one big broad corner. And I can say, at least in this regard, it wasn't much slower, and it might have been even faster. So, that's food for thought. That I gained on him. That was I took the better line, I think, out of that corner. Not by much, but... Oh, he's braking. He's making me very nervous. He's braking for a corner that requires no brakes. Nothing more dangerous. I mean, that just fucked my... like, he just about had me there. I got collected. Oh, see, now I'm not thinking again, but that is a hoot. That cracked me up, because you can go so much deeper into that corner, dude, and I think it's better. Even if you broke right after you got into the corner... Oh, I've got black screen, no video. Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I will make it work. Why the hell... Okay, there we go. I'm sorry about that, guys. Thank you for the heads up, Jordan. I really appreciate that. Now I know that if I start iRacing while it's loading, apparently it doesn't like that. Okay. We should be back in business now. I'm sorry, guys. You guys missed some pretty amusing laps with the yellowest of yellow Miatas. I apologize for that. Noob streamer here. Noob driver, noob streamer. Whole stream's just a shit show, isn't it, then? Alright. See, if I am turning the wheel when I start to brake, in the most obvious statement I've maybe ever made, that does not work very well. You really, really do feel it. You know, that wasn't too bad. Oh, I should be going into second mid-corner. Well, but the engine braking was so nice. I'm not convinced. That guy's having a day. The engine braking was nice. I'm 5/100ths off of my fastest. I wish I knew what kind of laps these other guys were turning, but I think I'm turning pretty quick laps. I'm not getting, like, you know, I'm not getting passed by people. People aren't whizzing by me, and similarly, I'm not whizzing past them. I've not even watched a lap of this on YouTube, and that's something that I usually do. I've got no shame about that. You gotta watch a master do the lap, so you kind of get a sense for, oh, that's the trick, you know, type things. But I haven't even done that. I literally just sat down and started streaming, so you're getting the full experience today. Okay, yeah, I was sliding there, but I got way on the brakes, which I think was the smart maneuver there. Although my relative time seems to be indicating that perhaps not. You notice I did not take a track cut for doing what I just did there. You can drop tires, but I think that it is probably risky to do. God, that felt quick. Oh, look at that. Look at the time melt off. And then it's kind of back to normal. That wasn't bad. Oh, my. Take your time, Element. Let's go. I'm not trying to be the guy that just puts people off the track because they're driving like complete hams, because sometimes I drive like a complete ham, but that was... In a race, I might not have the sense to actually stop for that kind of thing. That was wicked slow. He's gonna brake, isn't he? Yep. Do you really need the turn-in assistance, dude? He hits the wall because he probably saw me coming like a cannonball. I mean, I feel almost bad, but on the other hand, it's like, dude, get out into practice, go do solo laps, try some stuff out, like I just did. I'm no master at this. I'm no king or god or anything even halfway useful at racing, honestly. But I did a few laps, and I tried some things, and hey, look at that. You don't have to brake for that corner at all. You probably don't want to take it flat. I lift and coast into the corner, but there's absolutely no reason to be braking for that corner that I can think of. I can't think of a single solitary reason why you'd be braking for that corner, short of the guy in front of you also decided to brake. This is going to be a very nervous race. First time racing this week. This is the first time we've done this course since the Steam sale. I'd be willing to bet, though I don't have any figures on this, I bet you iRating's membership went up quite a bit after the Steam sale. I know they got one from me. That means a lot of people that are unfamiliar with this course, on the first day they even have an opportunity to race it. I mean, without going into practice and explicitly saying, I want this car, this track. And who does that, really? Oh, there it was. If you put all four, I put the inside wheel off, and that didn't go. But people are going to be braking for T1, and I wish I could somehow encourage them to not. If only there were a way I could tell everybody on the server the secret to T1 is to not brake until you're halfway in it. I'm not going to do that. I think self-discovery is important. I think learning these things yourself is half the fun. And then when you get tired of having that half of fun, you go and get on YouTube and find out how to do it for real. Not from guys like me. My God, I reread that in my head and thought that sounded way wrong. Not from guys like me, from professionals who are probably turning laps that are like 102s or 1 flat, you know. Learn from those guys. Come to watch me because you like to watch some youngster talk a lot and crash. That's what I'm good for. See, I'm going down, I'm like dropping too much speed, but I'm kind of like in a death slide while I'm braking. And then I go up to third. I gotta not go up to third. I need to stay in second. So interesting. Such an interesting corner. And honestly, a lot of fun. Oh, look at that. Just cut that corner like it owes me money. Into third. Grab the drift. We are still going faster. That is awesome. Oh, there's another quarter second out just about. Nice late apex. Did it work? Yes, it did. A nice late apex, as long as you get nice and wide. I was kind of chopping that corner pretty tight too, and that does not seem to be the way. As little wheel input as possible to get around the corner, and look at that. That's quicker still. There we go. That's when I want to go up into third. Not any sooner than that. Why is it not recording my first sector time? What have I done to offend you, iRacing? Oh, now it starts. No, it didn't. It just decided to not record my first sector for some reason. I got totally distracted. Just wanged it in the wall like a bouse. Nah, that's alright. Alright, quick update. We are about to start the brief 3-minute practice session that precedes qualifying. Literally any second now. After that 3-minute, or that, yeah, 3-minute, do a quick lap, make sure your brain's on straight. We go into qualifying mode, and I hope I don't die. We find out just how well we've done learning this track compared to other people who are presumably of similar skill. Come on. It's so pissy sometimes. There we go. Alright. Sorry, I love watching my little car just go whizzing around. I liked watching my replays. That's hubris right there. Love watching my replays. Alright guys, per usual, when it comes time for qualifying, I'm probably going to be pretty quiet. First lap isn't meant to be a barn burner, it's meant to be a clean lap. It's the second lap that we're going to try some things and try to really get some speed, assuming we don't screw up the first lap. We will be pushing for the best time we can get. I will say, however, that for reasons, it seems like often my first lap is better than my second. I think my version of push is actually a lot more of an overdrive situation, and it's just not very quick. Things I'm trying to learn as a driver, you know. If I break just a micron earlier for that corner, I can really get a nice turn in that leads into a nice entry for this corner. A micron, that's not a measurement of time, it's a measurement of distance, but fine, whatever. Break a micron earlier, yeah, it works. I was thinking time, but... And my practice lap is just flying. Why is that? Fresh tires? Seems like a variable. Just come out and chop 7/10 off of 2 sectors. Like, what the hell? Oh, I'm hitting the brakes. Why am I hitting the brakes? I know I'm not taking that apex very wide, Jay. Honestly, that just doesn't feel natural to me at the moment. Being on a single screen, it's hard to see where the apex is, where the turn-in point is, and I honestly think at this exact moment that is a bit of a disadvantage for me, because if I could see the apex, maybe I'd go wider. Speaking of going wide, I took that corner line. That line was all wrong, and yeah. Alright, so qualifying to start literally any second. You'll see the white, or the checkered flag in the upper left, and then moments later they will rip me off of the track as if I was never here, and then we will qualify. There we go. So, this is a fun track. I'm really excited for this race. I hope it goes better than most of my races, which is to say they all go pretty badly, but I will do my best. Thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoy. Alright, we got an out lap. We're trying to do nothing but get the car around in one piece. No wrecks, no black flags. I was even a little worried crossing that yellow line there. I hadn't tried that before, and I have gotten a flag for exiting the pits unsafely one time. That was a interesting race, to say the least. And we're just taking this one real easy. I don't want to overheat the tires even, so I'm just trying to, as I dive in like that. But I also want to get the tires warm, so I can't go like mad slow, but... And yet that's somehow faster. Just, I don't even want to think about that right now. That's too much for my brain to handle. Maybe I just need to take that corner a lot slower. I might be taking like a good passing line, but maybe it's not a good qualifying line. Alright, first qualifying lap coming up. One for the books. I'm probably going to take that hairpin a little bit shallow again, because it's also the safer line, and I want it to stay safe, so... I'm going to get pretty quiet here. You'll hear reactions, but that's about it. But here we go. Qualifying, lap 1. Cone, because cheater pumpkin eater. Stay off that curb, please. I was really slow on the gas there. Full speed here onto this curb. Braking a little earlier than usual. Can't argue with that result. That is the faster line for sure. Noted. I need to try to take a wider line there next time. Okay. That's basically one lap in the books. That is not going to be a fast lap, but it will be my lap. We're going to try to do things a little differently this time. Assuming I don't put all 4 on the apron and lose the lap. Yeah, there we go. Try to do things a little differently this time, a little more aggressive. I'm going to get quiet again. Here we go. Okay, yep. Go. There we go. Oh, too wide. No, we're good. They gave it to us. Those beautiful bastards. Oh, so late on the brakes. That can't be fast. I'm not even going to look. That's not fast, though. It's fast! Oh my god, it's fast! How is that fast? Oh, I'm leaving so much time in that corner. Oh, fastest overall sector. My pants. Why are my pants so tight? Go! Oh, shit. That's going to be my fastest overall lap. I love doing that in qualifying. Oh. How the hell did I get away with half that shit? They just let you do anything in these infield courses, I swear. It's just a big parking lot anyway, right? Oh, man. That was a screamer. For me. Oh, 109.7. Sweet. Alright. Let's watch that lap again, just because I can. I got time. We got 4 minutes until the race starts, whether I rewatch this or not, so we might as well just rewatch it. So far I've qualified 4th, but not everyone's entered their times yet, so let's not get too excited. So, oh, I can't, look at that. That back left tire just about went all the way out. I can't believe they didn't call me on off track there. That was nasty, but I just was patient and held on, and it came around. I like the Miata. This is a really fun car to drive. It's slow. It is dog slow. But that means that, you know, I'm not fighting rear wheel spin a lot. I'm not fighting, you know, plowing because I'm going too fast and I hit the brakes too hard and stuff. You know, it's sort of, it's a very neutral car and it's good for beginners, which I am. Okay, my time was a 109.7 and the fastest in the room was a 109.3. You know? I feel pretty good about that. I've got 45 minutes of practice under my belt, and it seems like I'm starting to come within tolerances of good speed. I guess I was exaggerating a little bit with the 102 or the 1 flat as the fastest lap, but at this point I'm thinking in a Miata you could do this lap probably in a 106. Somewhere in the 106s. That's a good question for a different YouTube channel, which I will look up maybe later. 2.5 minutes to race time. Times are still slowly trickling in, although at this point, with a 1-minute lap, I find it hard to believe that there are people that haven't already kind of torched their qualifying session. I don't recognize any of these people. That's pretty rare. Not that I'm good with names anyway, but whatever. Oh, did someone just beat me? I don't think so. Still in 4th. Alright, I'm the second highest iRating in the room. That bites, because now I'm expected to do really well. And, well, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that my luck has a tendency to run out about 5 laps too early. If not 9 laps too early. Lap 1 is sketchy as always, and then lap 2 is always a bit of a, or lap 2 through 6 are always a bit of a question mark. Usually after lap 6 things sort of settle in, but lately with some of the white-knuckled racing we've had going, I don't even know if I can make that assumption. I think it's sort of going to be a whole... Sometimes with these Miatas, you get a full 10-lap race out of them. There we go. There's a guy in the 108.7. Burned me by a second. He's just going to walk away from me whether I want it or not. Qual 5th now. 111.8. In the same note, is not to give Andre shit here, but he's going to have a hard time keeping up with 109s. Maybe he had a bad qualifying session. Maybe he's got a lot more pace, or maybe when he starts seeing people the way they're running, he'll adjust and be cruising with us. In all honesty, that's probably what'll happen. But on the other hand, maybe he runs 111.8s. That's what he runs. He's got the highest iRating in the room, though, so I really can't imagine that that is a good indicator of his potential. So I'm going to keep an eye on him, I guess. He'll be coming up through the pack. Guys like that scare me because, you know, he could decide, well, I'm not in a good spot. I'm going to try to fix that, and that's when T1 stuff can happen. Extracurriculars in T1. And this T1 is like, what happens if someone runs wide? You kind of got to cut in, right? But if they go for, T1, you could go 3 wide in T1. All right, let's screw it up. If they go 3 wide in T1, we are all dead. Here's hoping they don't do that, and I'm going to try not to encourage it, but no promises. Okay, the race is to begin. Oh, right now, we are all gridded up, I guess. Here we go. 10 laps, 15 laps. We have a jump start. Laps at Phoenix. One of the guys ran wide. Oh, I didn't give him any room. I just cut his nose off. He could have killed me there. That was fun. Yeah, I don't think Joseph is happy with that, and maybe he shouldn't be. We might check the replay on that and maybe send him a nice little apology letter for driving like jackasses. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now, but I did not give him...
That's not, I mean, scary considering I just shifted that entire corner.
Okay, it sounds like he's not terribly happy with his cornering performance there either.
Hit for repairs, lap 1.
Shit. That dude, Jordan there, just mashed the brake for that corner. He came to what had to be damn near a full halt, and I lit up the brakes trying to stop in time. Now, maybe that wasn't a full halt, but what I do know is I was later on the brakes than he was, and I had to do everything in my power to not hit him. And what that means for me now is that I'm a little bit slow. I'm in 3rd place right now. Oh, I'm 2 on the inside. Okay, I'm going to stress the tires a little bit here. Hit the rev limiter like an idiot. Okay, here we go, here we go. Full speed. Okay. think I got the run. Maybe. Ah, man. Not really. Oh my god, dude, that's so early. I hate... It's like, I want to brake for corners, not for cars. They say race the track, not your opponents, but it's like... When your opponents hit the brakes about 100 feet sooner than you would... Okay, that's an exaggeration. 30 feet sooner than you would. Kind of hard to race the track. Without also simultaneously murdering your opponents. Which is a thing that I do occasionally. Okay, he's got the no braking figured out. You don't need to brake into that corner. I'm into second way too soon. That's going to slow me up real good. I wonder if these guys see me clipping that corner and thinking I'm taking a bunch of incidences, but they don't care. Oh, he's off. He's off. That's a freebie. It says car on my left. Yeah, he's going the wrong way, though. That is awesome. I'm in second place. The guy in first is running away, but if I can just, you know, hit my corner where I want to now. Naturally, I hit it pretty early this time because now I'm thinking that way. Okay, all I want to do is run away. Gotta run away, gotta run away. This is a beautiful position I'm in right now. Running in podium position with 0 incidences. I've got a bit of a gap behind me. Unfortunately, I've got a gap in front of me too, but you know what? I'm okay with that. If I finish second with 0 incidences, I would be over the moon. That said, there's a lot of race left, and doing that kind of shit to my tires is not going to make this race any easier for me. Either is downshifting into second too soon. And that just, all that scrubbing noise, all you can hear is just the tires just shrieking. But look at the time. He must have had a bit of a moment, because here we are, right on his bumper, and now we're going for the inside. Here we go, coming up the inside. That's mine now. You gave me the line, I'm taking it. We're drift mode, but I got it. I made it stick. Holy shit, drift strat. See? All that time playing Forza did pay off. Here we go. First place. Maybe they'll hold each other up. We already know that guy's fast because he was in first place, but let's see what we can do. Oh, that first sector felt flying. I don't even know what my time was. Oh, I haven't finished the lap yet. My last lap was a 109.6, which is faster than my fastest lap ever. Drafting probably had something to do with that. That was a 109.8. That wasn't bad either. He wants to get past me. I see him back there. I ain't gonna let him. If you run all the way over that curb and you don't actually hit the curb, but you just hit the little plateau above it, it works pretty nicely. I saw him there. He keeps poking his nose. That could be a problem, but I'm not going to just give it to him, so he might have to get used to just poking his nose and getting it cut off. Oh, but that was a bad run. That felt bad. What does the relative say? He's got draft, too. Oh, there we go. He's coming. Do we go defensive into T1? Is that even necessary? I'm fading out to the outside too soon. Not by much, but a little bit. No, there is no defensive into T1, you just do it. I can't do it full bore either, I'll blow up my tires. Giving you just enough room, but not a freaking ounce more. I'm on the rev limiter, that's gonna cost me. I gotta give him room. But I've got the outside. He's still there. Holy shit. Okay, he is still there. Okay, I'm letting him have it. Whoa, no, he doesn't have it. I have it. I still have it. You son of a bitch, I still have it. Oh my god. Holy shit. That was half a fucking lap too wide. Oh my god. Get off of me, dude. Are you kidding me? You're gonna dive bomb me now? Oh, we're just gonna go right. We're gonna touch. Yeah, we're gonna have a little contact. That was a bit of a dive bomb there, pal. I mean, I'm not gonna get too angry because you didn't hit me, really. I mean, we touched. That was as much my doing as it was his. But, God, he's still there. Are you fucking serious? This is as far over as I can go. Yeah, I gotta brake. Oh, he lost it. He lost it! Oh, I stabbed the brakes to get... just to slow down enough for him to go past me. Oh, that's huge! Oh, that's huge! Oh my god! I don't care how this race turns out now, that's amazing. This is so much fucking fun. We are nearing the halfway point of the race, and I am sweating bullets here. My heart rate is at about 200 beats a second. Call a doctor, I'm about to have a fucking massive heart attack. Oh my god. I am soaked. I'm sorry, that's probably not what you need to hear, but I am just sweating bullets. This is insane. That dude just gave me the race of my life. I might message him and thank him, because that's so much fun. Holy cow. Okay. The guy behind me is 1.1 seconds behind. That is a healthy gap. He shouldn't be getting draft, really. Not appreciably. And if I can drive without making mistakes... Oh... Dude, I gotta calm down. The adrenaline right now is there. It's very real. Too early into second. I'm gonna lose some time on that. Had to hit the brakes a second time, because then I didn't drive it right. I can't believe they don't give me an off for that. That's amazing, but that has to be the way to do that corner. If they're not gonna give me an off for it, that's definitely the way to do the corner. This corner we found the inside line is faster. My tires did not appreciate what I just did there. But you know, I've been romping on these tires, and to be honest, I don't know what it is about this track, but it's fine. The car feels great. It is stable. I mean, you hear all this scrubbing noise. Maybe I'm just getting accustomed to driving on flaming hot tires, but I think I'm pulling on the guy in second too, because he's already now 2.5. He's dropped back a full second in a lap. Oh man, I'm almost to the point where I can start to conserve.
Didn't mean to almost dive on you there. You're good. It's a race. It's just so hard to pass on this track. Can't get it done.
That's funny, they're saying it's hard to pass here. I think there are parts of the track that are hard to pass. Look at this place. It's pretty tight in sections, but like right here, I'm gonna get a pass done. That might be the place to try to wing it up the middle, or wing it up the inside, you know. Out here, this corner has two almost very clear, pretty good lines. You can take the inside, you can take the outside, and they both work, it seems like. Although the inside does appear to be a pinch faster. Maybe passing here kind of requires a mistake, you know. Oh, that was slow. That was me. That was like the guy that I was cursing in the first lap. Slow. It just was all up on the brakes. Came to a damn near dead halt. I just did the same thing. We've taken another second out of the guy in second place. I am just loving this right now. My laps led counter keeps going up. My incident count stays at 0. And I'm gaining a healthy lead, which allows me to do things like hit the brakes there and not have to worry about getting this line 100% perfect, just for the moment at least. I can save my tires a little bit. I can't rest on, I can't take a nap. It's, you know, it's not some tortoise in the hare shit. I'm not trying to do that, but the lead continues to grow. I mean, what can I say? When I get a bit of a lead, I drive a little safer. I drive a little less manic, and I breathe, and I am breathing. I had basically stopped breathing for about 2 laps there. Get the crash cart, man. I swear to God, that was about as close a race as I've ever had. Last race also had some close action. I didn't stream it, I don't think. But that one ended in heartbreak for me because of my own bad driving. This one, I somehow just managed to pull it off, and I'm very proud of myself at the moment. That's not something I do very often. And I'm just really happy that this is going the way that it is. This is amazing. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm thinking about other shit. Okay, slowing it down, slowing it down. There we go. Okay, nice and easy. Don't scrub the tires too much. I'd also like to point out that I might have to go buy a tiny bottle of champagne tonight because I have never won a road race. And at the rate this is going, the last time I was in the lead of a road race and, you know, could have conceivably won, I spun out all by myself, just driving along. I don't do that so much anymore. And my lap times are still pretty good. 10.6 is nothing to write home about, but they're conserved laps, so not bad. And the guy in second did gain another second back on me, probably because of my little moment there in T1. But I might have to go out to the store and buy a tiny bottle of champagne. Because as much as, yeah, it's a video game, that actually means quite a bit to me if I can pull this off. But hey, the fat lady ain't sung yet, so let's keep focused. Get the job done, bring the car home. Gotta bring the car home. That is so not the line, but you know, that's what I'm most comfortable with because of my field of view. And as far as it seems weird to take such a tight line and say that feels safer than taking a wider line, but I think that corner can really mess up your outside tires if you take it too aggressively, so that was wide. That ran very wide. The guy in second is coming for me. I don't know if that's a new guy in second or what, but he's taking another second out. That said, I like to think that I'm pretty good at defending. So if it comes to it, he'd be coming right up on me right near the end of the race. I could try to defend, but if he comes at me on this straightaway, on this speedway, there is almost nothing I can do within the rules to stop him from passing me. So, all right, 3 more laps, 3-second lead. Try to run just a little bit quicker than I have been these last few laps. What's the point of a conserve strategy if you never use the tires? Look at that, look how wide it let me go. No off. This track is amazing that way. I love this track, if nothing else for that. And the only reason I started doing that is because Charlotte was the same way. There were places you could run so wide, so far out of the clearly marked bounds of the course, and the game just did not fucking care. Bizarrest thing I've ever seen. In fact, I think you could get a cut track penalty without getting an off track penalty in Charlotte, which is the strangest thing I've ever heard. That infield, those lines are a suggestion, basically. Okay, drove a little faster. He took 6/10 out. That is not enough to catch me. Okay, he'll have drafts shortly. That might come into it, but pedal to the floor here. We're pushing hard now. Okay, I don't want to take any unnecessary risks, but I think it would be foolish to call these risks unnecessary at this point. He is coming. He is putting down faster laps than I am. And if I don't keep fighting, I will lose this race. Or I will have to battle very hard at the end, which is risky, because everyone's got their tensions real high right at the end of the race. So, here we go. Down to third. Don't forget that. Jesus, I forget that half the time, I swear. Second. Yeah. Come around, come around, come around, come around, come around. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get that apex. Rev limiter. Damn it all to hell. Okay, he's barely taken any time out of me yet. I don't know, I'm doing this corner like a klutz now. I was doing it so well in practice, I thought. And I did so well in qualifying. It's like I've forgotten. Maybe I have forgotten how to do that corner properly. I've only done it, you know, 24 times. And it's not exactly muscle. None of this is muscle memory yet. Okay, here we go. Last lap. 2-second lead. That is about the only lead I need. I gotta think that this is basically a victory lap. I'm not gonna drive it like one because I can't afford to find out the hard way that he's got some secret nitrous boosters in there or some shit. And I want to leave room for small mistakes like that, like doing T1 like kind of a bonehead. and missing my curb. All the mistakes come out in the last lap. Here we go. Down to third. I've got traffic technically coming up, but I don't think I'm going to run into them. I can see them. I'm not actually looking at my relative. I can't right now. Can't look away. That is lap traffic. He is off. Please do not screw me up, buddy. Thank you so much. Oh, we have got more laps traffic coming up. Oh boy. Okay, I don't think I'm going to catch that guy, though, as long as he doesn't have a straight line screw up. It's very slow. Do it right. There we go. Do it safely. Oh my god. We are bringing it home. Oh my god. That is so exciting. Oh, you guys have no idea. I'm so excited right now. Bring it home. Bring it home. Dude, that's it. I gotta go buy a tiny bottle of champagne, and I couldn't be happier about it. Yes! Yes! Finally! Brought it home. Oh, hey, Purple. We still get... you still get an off track for that. You just about clobbered me. Oh! Dude! That is awesome. My first iRacing win. I could not be more excited. That's incredible. Jeez. Oh, that is just amazing. I'm so excited. I'm getting texted here. Oh. Looks like Jordan's gonna come. That's awesome. Sweet. Looks like I'm celebrating with friends. Alright, guys. That was absolutely amazing. I am over the fucking moon. Oh, we wanted to see a lap 1 battle replay. That's right. I almost forgot about that. I can't remember anymore what it was about lap 1 that I wanted to look at, but let's have a look at it anyway. I think it was a T1 incident. Or maybe it was just the fact that lap 1 was kind of crazy. Let's watch a quick replay. See, those guys are just going ham, and you can see how you could go 3 wide. But look at Purple. He's just lost it. And I made him stay. Oh, I chopped him so hard. I mean, who had the line? Here. You tell me, who had the line, really? We're entering the corner. I'm lining the corner. He's coming in here. And you know and I know and we all know he wants to get in between the blue car and my car. There's no argument here. The problem is that really even feasible? And if not, do I have, and this is a legitimate question, do I have the obligation, am I obligated to give him a car width when he is that far outside? He is well off the race line. I'm inclined to think no. Now, if I was in his shoes, I would absolutely be inclined to think yes, because that's just bias. But, and then you can say, well, the corner hasn't really started until we get to the barricade. I think that's kind of bullshit too. But we are in the braking zone. If there was a braking zone for this corner, this would be the braking zone, and you kind of don't change your lines out of the braking zone. And to his credit, I knew he was there. I wouldn't take the corner this way if I was alone, and we could pop forward 3 laps and you'd see that I'd take it completely differently. I did clearly give him some room. I knew he was there, but I didn't give him a lot of room, and I did chop him off. I did chop his nose off. I feel ever so slightly guilty about that, but not terrible. Anyway, that was a pile of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time for more racing.